it growing? Welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new, welcome, and for those of you who have already been here, welcome back. So today is a very exciting day because today is the day that we close on our new house, and we have got a carload full of stuff because we've been buying stuff for 3 months. And we're picking up a few more things before we close this afternoon, and I thought I'd share with you our journey along the way today. So we've got Jackson in the back who's hiding because he's shy all of a sudden. And then there's all of our loot all in the front seat, lanterns and stuff. So it's ridiculous, but we're excited. So so more to come. I will share with you the new house when we get the keys, and it'll be a fun time. Well, we did it! Yay! We signed the papers, we got the keys, we're on our way to the house. Are you excited?
Yep.
Yay! Oh my gosh, I cannot believe that it's finally ours. It is feeling like an eternity, even though it was really only 3 months, which I have to say, that's awesome for a custom home built to be that fast, because a lot of people that have their houses built tell me it took them 6 months, 7, 8, 9 months. So I'm certainly blessed as far as the timeline, but I gotta tell you, it just still felt like an eternity, but we're so excited. Hey, so it's been a week since you saw the quick tour of the new house. We've spent the entire week moving stuff in, getting things organized as best as we can, so it's been a pretty busy couple of days. I wanted to share with you some of the stuff that's going on around the house, some things that are new, and also some things that I've discovered recently that are interesting. So the first thing I wanted to show you was the patio, just because this furniture was handmade, and then I'm sitting on the patio right now, and I just love to help out small businesses, and it just turned out so nice. So let me show you, turn the camera around and show you what that looks like. Isn't that nice? So the furniture is solid wood. I mean, it's handmade. This isn't going anywhere. And it does get windy out here, so I'll probably lose my cushions before I lose any furniture. And then I got my plant here that has the trellis. I got a nice outdoor carpet. I liked the navy and the gray. I felt like the gray was just a lot more universal, so if I wanted to change up the pillows or the look, I don't have to change up the entire cushion set. I've got a little side table here between the two chairs. And then I got a little caladium plant that I've got in a pot. I got this at Walmart. Thought it was cute. Jackson's pool is back there because he's wanting to swim. But do you notice the background here? Look at all this sand. So although there's no sand back here, it's only because that the grass hasn't been pushed aside like it has out here when they were doing the construction. But this is what I'm working with. Check this out. This is my ground. Remember I was telling you? It's like beach sand. I've never planted anything in ground, much less in ground with a bunch of sand. So if you have experience with that, share that with me because it's kind of tripping me out. I moved Pear Bear and he survived the road trip this time. But look at my pear. We got another one up here as well. It looks so pretty. Okay, the other big news is I got my chicken coop. And there she is. It's so cute. Look at this chicken coop. So cute. There's the nesting boxes right there. And then the little door that they come out in. Look at that. It's got a latch. So they can come out on their little ladder. Lock them up at night so they're safe from predators. And then here's the entry door that we can get into. And the inside. There are the nesting boxes. A nice floor. Insulated. The little windows here so you could peek out and see the house. Here it is. Super cute. So the people that made this are out of the Austin, Texas area, Magnolia Farms. They make a bunch of really cute chicken coops, some modern looking, more traditional looking. Obviously this was one that I was particularly fond of. I encourage you to check them out if you're in this Texas area and you're looking for something handmade. This is pretty awesome. I'm really excited, but I have to admit that I'm also very intimidated by chickens. I know that sounds silly for those of you who have been around chickens or have chickens, but I haven't. So it's kind of intimidating because I want to care for them properly and make sure they have everything they need, and I don't know anything. So I have the coop. The next step obviously is to get the chicks and figure it out from there. We're going to build a run off the side, so obviously we want to protect them as they're grazing from any predators. But I would welcome any comments, any tips and tricks, because I know nothing about chickens, but I'm really excited and I'm also very intimidated. So that's my chicken story. Okay, so in addition to that, I wanted to show you the garden space. So this is kind of hard to determine on the camera size, but this is, I'll have to get the measurements on the property that we are going to be measuring out, but you can kind of see way out there, there's a stake. That's one corner of the property, and then you come all the way over here about the middle of that fence, and that's the other corner of the property. And all of that back area here is going to be garden space. So it is a huge space, and I'm extremely excited. I'm not intimidated by that, ironically. This is a much bigger project than chickens, but I will say that I'm gonna put a garden shed right about here, and then I'm gonna do rows potentially along here, and then do a walkway in the middle that leads to the garden shed, and then some more rows. I also want to do some in-ground gardening, so I'll probably take this back corner over here and do some in-ground gardening, experiment with that. And back here, you know, I'll plant some other stuff. It won't just be vegetables, but I'll do some trees and some, you know, bushes like, you know, mulberry or blueberries, raspberries, whatever I can get my hands on will be back here because I got plenty of space to work with, right? And then I want to plant pear bear back here by the garden shed. So if the garden shed's going to be right here, I want to maybe put pear bear over here or on this side of the shed. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe how much space I have. Check this out. I'm going to turn the camera around. Over here is all the backyard property of all the houses that are going to be built. So this is our house, and this one's finishing up getting built. So as they put another house here and another house here and another house, all this is still backyard. So it's not like anything's going to obstruct our view necessarily back here. But all of that is wildflowers, sunflowers. It's so beautiful. What a beautiful time of day too. And here I am in the back of the property, and you can see how far away from the house that I'm going to be in the garden, which is really nice to have kind of its own little community up here of vegetable gardening and stuff. And there's our neighbors here, and they're talking about potentially purchasing this corner lot. This is a corner lot here, purchasing that corner lot so that they have more room to expand. But the views out here are for days. You can see, I mean, I know it's hard on the camera, but it's so beautiful. And the stars at night, you know, the clouds, everything is just, it's so peaceful. So, been, like I said, been very busy the last couple of days, but it's been very exciting. Exhausting, but exciting nonetheless. I don't know when exactly we're going to be getting the garden started. Obviously the chicken coop is here, so we'll probably be working on that while at the same time trying to get some of the stuff in for the garden. But my plan is first to get the garden shed so I can get all my tools and everything organized. Well, let me back up. The first plan is to get this property fenced. We want to get the fencing in first, and then we can move the chicken coop and get that settled, and then get the garden shed and get that settled in, and then work on the bed. So I don't know if this is a realistic deadline or not, but I'm hoping that I can have some stuff ready by the fall garden so I can at least get some things planted that I want to get planted. I'd love to be able to even just throw some stuff in the ground right now just to see, kind of see what it does in the sand. I've been tempted to put some corn and some melons and just see, right? I mean, I've got all this sand up here in the front, so I don't have a lot of weeds that I have to work around. So, I mean, what if I just stick some corn and some melons over here? I don't think that's too bad. We'll see what happens. Okay, and then I have an update on the container garden. So back here on the side of the house, which is where in the evenings the sun doesn't hit as hard, I placed all of my pepper plants all along here. I've got my okra here, and I've got the potatoes. I got a whole new set of potatoes here that are doing really well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 maybe? And then I have my little cucumber plant, which I think I have another, look at this! I have another cucumber! I can't believe this thing, as sick and disgusting as it looks, is producing so well, considering it's in a container, right? So, the sad news is that when we were transporting all of the plants over here, the one thing that we could not transport were the tomatoes. So we unfortunately had to depart with the tomato plants. So I'm not really going to get any tomatoes this year. I did get a lot of cherry tomatoes, which was great. But as far as the big tomatoes, I'm really bummed out about that. The Dr. Witchy's yellow and the Creole and some of the others that I planted. I'm really bummed out about that part, but there's always next year, next season, and by then hopefully the garden will be up and running and we can really invest a lot of time and a lot of energy into growing those as well. Well, that is a quick update on what we've got going on. Hopefully you guys are staying tuned to watch what's to come with the garden shed. Oh gosh, let me show you something real quick. Check this guy out. Look how big he is. Oh my goodness. That's a huge grasshopper. That's another thing. There are lots of bugs in this place. In fact, not only are we fighting grasshoppers, which is not good for the garden, but we're also fighting against Black widow spiders. Isn't that scary? I have never seen so many black widow spiders in my lifetime. I think I saw one as a child on some ranch property, and that's it. But since we've moved in, we've probably killed about a dozen black widow spiders. So that's a little scary because I've got dogs and I have a child, and of course I don't want to get bit. But we're going to try to get that under control. Lots of bugs, you know, that's pretty typical when you move into a newly constructed home. I just didn't expect black widows. I'm expecting other things. And I just saw a hummingbird. I haven't even put out my feeders yet, but they're looking to see what's going on over here. Anyway, so thank you guys for watching and for being patient with me. I should have a lot more interesting content other than just showing you my container gardening. But as we start to develop the chicken coop and the garden, it's going to be really exciting, and I'm excited to share that with you. But if you have any tips and tricks on the chicken coop, be sure to let me know. In the meantime, you guys have a wonderful, blessed day and rest of your week, and we will shoot a video again soon. Bye, guys. Take care.